Hello to everyone and the internet. It is currently Wednesday, December 19th. I am Nathan of Washington, and you are watching Culture Shock, the only show on the internet that knows how to separate an issue of culture from an issue of politics. And this is the news. So, Theresa May and the British government are now actively fighting alternative media. It's actually fairly cartoony. You know, it's like they're having, literal, conspiratorial meetings. In some dark rooms, they're like, okay, people, we have to maintain control of the media, and we have to control the flow of information. So how shall we do it? You know, that sort of thing. It certainly brings that kind of image to the imagination, but they are effectively blocking and or banning alternative media in a sort of like a soft panic, a pseudo-panic state. In fact, as a fair warning, either I or my sources may soon get blocked in Britain. Just you wait. It'll happen. I will not be surprised in the slightest if that does occur. And those like me will most likely also be banned. So the only thing you'll have left is the British MSM. An obvious attempt at hiding the truth from you and trying to get you to think only what they want you to think. This is basically a form of despotic politics. And despotic politics are the end of many a government. What was it that Princess Leia told Darth Vader in Star Wars? The tighter you make your grip, the more they'll just slip through your fingers, I believe it was. The British government has pretty much lost control of the mainstream media, or not the mainstream media, rather they've lost control of media information. They claim frantically that they've lost control because more folks are now using alt media than trad media in Britain. Traditional media, alternative, alt, trad. Shorthand is the internet's native language. Come on, you should be used to it by now. That was more for me than was for you. Bottom line is people are waking up and they're using more alt media. They're waking up from the long sleep that their politicians have put them in. And Britain's despotic tactics are finally coming into light. We're finally seeing Theresa May's government for what it really is. And I wouldn't be surprised if very soon a British Yellow Vest movement is about to be seen. I will not be surprised to see it. Mark my words, I am making this as a solid, legitimate prediction. I will say that, let's say in either March or April of 2019, Britain's tactics will be brought to light, and there will be a British Yellow Vest movement. April and or May 2019, within that avenue, British Yellow Vest. I guarantee it. Moving on. I didn't want to talk about this. This is painful, but I just have to talk about this. An 11-year-old boy was hired to dance provocatively at a gay bar. I want to leave this planet just right now. I just want to get in the fucking rocket ship and launch myself and just pick a direction, just a random direction in space, and then just fly. And wherever I wind up is wherever I wind up. Bottom line, this is not going to help the image of homosexuality in society. This is just going to make them look like the depraved, immoral sort of movement that conservatives always said they were. If you want to prove the conservatives wrong, you won't do shit like this. This will only serve to help perpetuate the association with homosexuality and pedophilia. They are not the same thing, but they are often conflated together, and this is going to help only serve to strengthen that conflation and make it appear as though they're right and that being gay is wrong. Kid was all dressed up to look pretty. There was a specific female celebrity who was supposed to be dressed up like, I don't fucking care. It was messed up. It was absolutely messed up. I'm going to tell you people straight up right now. I'm actually bi. Alright? I'm not straight. But I simply do not want anything to do with anyone else like me anymore. Because there are so many people in the LGBT community who just want to do shit like this. I just want to be a regular dude. Doing regular dude stuff. I feel no need to be different. You know, except when people are being stupid, then I obviously don't want to be stupid. Of course, I don't want to be a genius either, because geniuses lack people skills. True geniuses, like, they say Einstein was so smart that he had poor social skills. It's like, so I don't want to be like that. I'm already kind of an intellectual as it is, and maybe my people skills could be better. But I digress. Bottom line is, what an 11-year-old boy should be thinking about, instead of, well, this, is he should be thinking about school, making friends, being a good student, taking care of his parents and family, being part of the community, not getting all pretty and dancing at a gay bar. Fuck queer culture, dude. Just fuck it. I'm just sick of it. I mean, am I just wrong for, you know, being LGBT myself and just wanting to be a regular person, a regular dude? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. I just want to be a regular guy. Who cares what I'm attracted to? I just want to get up in the morning, put my legs in my pants, you know, one leg at a time, just like an ordinary person, eat my breakfast, do my research, do my news show, talk to you fools. Why is there such a need to just be so different? If I talk about this anymore, I'm going to drive myself insane. I really do want to leave this planet. I've had enough. 45 U.S. states are now investigating Catholic pedopriests, sex abuses, which, by the way, the abuses themselves go back 60 years. I'm not surprised. I would imagine if they could get unrecorded, that there might be unrecorded claims going back even longer, like maybe hundreds of years. I wouldn't be surprised. I already told you what my theory on that was. It's because they're sexually repressed and they just keep bottling up their natural sex drive, and after a while they just can't take it anymore and they act out on it. From my understanding of psychology, that would make sense. So there you go. So I'm not surprised by this at all. The Catholic Church is a monstrous hybrid of of pure Christianity and pure paganism, sort of entwined together in this weird hulking mass of pedophile priests and rape and sex scandals. Bottom line is the Catholic Church is just a monstrosity. And I will gladly expose just every single flaw in it, gladly. I will tear it down from the foundation before I will let another one of these sick pedo priests have their way with a poor innocent child. I will expose everything. I will destroy the Catholic Church with the truth. And I hope you people will join me in that goal. George Soros paid a bunch of SWJs $500,000 to accost Pam Bondi at the movie theater. This was discovered via some IRS records on OSPC taxes. I don't remember what the exact acronym meant, some organization or another for George Soros. Obviously, he's going to give it some innocent-sounding name, but really it's just a place where he can put his money to make use for his Ponzi schemes. Trying to influence the world until he can manipulate into being how he wants it. George Soros is a big, fat, rich globalist. And the paying people to harass other people he doesn't like. I mean, good lord, that's freaking like mafioso behavior. Unbelievable. George Soros is a corrupt asshole. That's all there is to it. I certainly hope Pam Bondi is okay. Like, maybe she hasn't committed suicide or something. Maybe you guys can email me and just sort of let me know that she's okay. Because I hope so. I hope she hasn't been bullied to the point where she wants to commit suicide or something. Because that'd probably be right up George Soros' alley, as well as those SWJs. British sex ed now talking to 8-year-olds about boys having periods. Girls who think they're boys because their parents brainwashed them into believing it. Because I've already said what I've said about transgenderism. That it's just a panic. It's a psychological panic. Something spreads like the false satanic sex abuses. And it's spread by word of mouth. But now they're talking about sex. For one thing, why are you teaching sexual education to 8-year-olds? And for that matter, don't you think that should be something that the parents should be doing? Not the schools? Don't you think that's grotesque and ridiculous? I do. And what's even worse is now we got Celine Dion. This is a somewhat older piece of news. The bit of the news I had from my most recent sources was a bit dry, so I had to pull some older news that you might not have heard yet to try and fill in my quota. But Celine Dion now has a creepy gender-neutral kids' clothes. She has a whole line of them. Yeah. If you're an adult and you want to do that to yourself, that's fine. But don't do it to kids. I mean, come on. Don't do it to kids. That's messed up. Just stop already. I literally despise everything about how LGBT culture and being politically correct, what it does to children. I despise everything about it. Wasn't it bad enough that Celine Dion was torturing us with tasteless music? If you want a pop musician who's actually decent to listen to, well, listen to some CeeLo Green. He's actually pretty cool. I like CeeLo. But Fuck Celine Dion. She's creepy, she's PC, and she makes garbage music. Boys who have periods are not boys. Period. See what I did there? trying to use levity to relieve my mood by making a period joke. You're welcome, ladies. And then finally, Keanu Reeves has been secretly giving away millions of dollars to charity over the years, in spite of his own personal misery, which has been building up for years and years. The guy's life has been far from ideal. Right? He's been absolutely miserable with himself for the better part of his adult life. And yet that has in no way stopped him from giving anonymously to charity after charity after charity, measured in the upper millions. One of my all-time favorite actors, although sometimes I don't know what to do with him, but a wonderful human being, this guy. In his misery, he shares millions of dollars with charity. That is amazing. He's a fucking saint, dude. You know, what do you think after you hear about something like that? That's Keanu Reeves, man. He's the best. I love Keanu Reeves. He's like one of my favorite people. I can only hope to be half as generous as that. I mean, I can still be pretty generous myself, but I compared to that, I have a long way to go. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. I'm out.